It is a celebratory embrace, one that speaks a silent language. It whispers, we have fought hard and we have won. It is worth a song. And with this, theatre-goers have every reason to smile, not just because this theatre is open, but because in it are memories that shape the Kenyan story.
It is a great honor for me. A great, great honor for me and a deep moment of healing, Mr. President, to experience your firm embrace of validation and recognition, to feel your warm handshake welcoming us home as people who were once exiled and labeled dissidents for daring to fight for democracy, including the democratization of cultural spaces.
She was returning to a refurbished theatre with a seating capacity of 370 people, a liberated space where freedom of expression is not a matter of contention.
So my friends, that space out there that is so special called the Kenya National Theatre was once forbidden foreign land for Kenyans. It is nothing but liberated zone.
When she and Ngugi wa Thiong'o wrote the play The Trial of Dedan Kimathi in 1975, they imagined that the National Theatre was an ideal place to stage it. After all, it was in October, an important month in the Kenyan calendar. It was the month that some Mau Mau leaders were arrested and detained. Their good intentions, or so they thought, were to be met by resistance from the foreign management at the theatre that preferred performances that appealed to the colonialists. They were reminded, in fact, that African plays never attracted true theatre lovers anyway. They had 3 days to stage their play.
Throughout the 3 days of the Kimathi performance, a police squad armed with riot gear was at the ready outside the grounds of the Central Police Station, with the notorious Patrick Shaw, allegedly head of an assassination squad, always on the terraces of Norfolk Hotel.
They remained undeterred. In 1982, Ngugi would learn rather fast that his liberation struggle of the theatre space was still unwelcome. He had returned with the Kamirethu Community Education and Cultural Center to stage the play Maito Njogera, which translates to Mother, Sing for Me.
Maito Njogera, or Mother, Sing for Me, was padlocked out of this national space. We were even hounded out of the University of Nairobi premises, where Michelle Mogo, as the dean, had allowed us to use a rehearsal space. Later, literally, 3 truckloads of armed police were sent to Kamirethu and raised an open-air theater to the ground.
He had to go to exile.
Your Excellency, Maito Njogera, Mother, Sing for Me, remains a suspended dream these last 30 years, for I could never bring myself to have it done outside the Kenyan soil.
The president took note and symbolically saw a new theatre, a new chapter.
I am not aware whether Kamirethu Cultural Center is still banned. But Professor, if indeed it is, then we shall unban it if it is. If it is. And secondly, I look forward to you inviting me to come and watch Maito Njogera whenever it is that you shall be performing here. So you are most welcome, and like I said, we start a new chapter.
And that was a song to the ears of the men and women who have fought hard to have a public open space devoid of intimidation, even extending words of healing at a significant day. Those who had to flee the country because the values they stood for were not welcome.
For this, I must say pole for all the neglect, misunderstanding, and ignorance which held back Kenyans' deserved creative dominance and denied our people the chance to experience arts and culture at its finest, and undoubtedly at the end resulted in the wasting of very many careers.
That new chapter the president is on includes a title deed for the National Theatre. The land it sits on has been contested for a while. Now, those who weave the Kenyan narrative can do so without fear that rats will chew their feet or the leaking roof will give way. The government and the Kenya Breweries Limited have done their part at ensuring that this space is clean and spacious. So, if you're a theatre lover, there is just no excuse to miss a performance at the Kenya National Theatre. For Citizen Weekend, I am Anne Mawathe.